right? Now, so he has a right, as he talks about throughout the whole interview, which you can watch on TYT interviews, and says, look, man, here's how I grew up, and my father used the N-word all the time. And then he wound up becoming a professor of black history. And he raised me right and gave me the right morals anyway. Now, so it doesn't mean that if you use certain words or you're dressed in certain ways that you can't achieve success or you can't do the right things. And the point he was trying to make in terms of Don Lemon is, look, if you're playing it straight, as Russell Simmons said, and you're wearing your suit, etc., bless your heart. Now, it's hard to break out of the box and do something creative and interesting, I think is the point Russell Simmons was saying there, if you're going to play it so down the middle. But at least you've achieved success in your own way. But don't knock others who are achieving it in other ways. And understand that a lot of black kids in this country have a really hard time finding any opportunity. So let's work together, as he said throughout the interview, to give them that opportunity. Again, using choice words throughout the interview, Russell invited him to go to Chicago to help black kids along with him. Check out the whole thing. It's a fast.
Coming up next, Russell Simmons meets Don Lemon.
This is the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. We want to hear from you at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org to let us know your opinion.
Do you want your kid to run faster with better running form and conditioning for his or her sport? Then Running Development Academy is the place for him or her. Our training packages fix their form and make them run faster. How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
For community news, sports, and opinions, call us at 973-327-3626 or log on to showmore.org. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Go ahead and advertise on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to assist you.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
Are you looking for a professional logo design for your website, brand, or business? Then we are the company you are looking for. We are professional graphic designers, and with our skills, we will design a perfect, high-quality logo for you. We work with standout concepts, nice contrasts, and color balance. Please let us know your text for use in logo, web address, color of logo that you want. We will design 3 variations of your logo for you to choose from for only $99.95, with 100% refund of your $99.95 if you're not satisfied. We provide fast delivery and professional design. We also design any size web banner ad for $35. Call us at 347-674-1680. That's 347-674-1680. An operator is standing by to take your call.
A new kind of talk comes to South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience in April. Join award-winning journalist and civil rights activist Walter Fields weekly as he discusses being black in South Orange and Maplewood, race, and the suburban experience. Black in the Burbs will examine public education, the treatment of black youths, police and community relations, and black business development and faith. The show will serve as a forum for community dialogue. Join Walter Fields on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience for Real Talk coming in April.
We are back with you. It's in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood online radio experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. So we are basically having a discussion tonight about Don Lemon, the CNN commentator, and talking about his take about the black community, which was basically brought on by comments made by Bill O'Reilly. And from that, we had Russell Simmons getting into the act. And therefore, Don Lemon and Russell Simmons, Don Lemon invited Russell Simmons to his show to have a discussion. Let's listen to that discussion.
Okay, everyone. Here it is. Now, finally, a conversation that many of you have been asking for. A few weeks ago in a segment on this show, I suggested 5 things that some of the black community could use to fix some of our own problems. Dress appropriately, stop using the N-word so much, respect where you live, finish school and plan for a child, or stop having them out of wedlock. They were intended to promote self-empowerment, not a cure for racism, yet many people found them controversial. Among those people, Russell Simmons, a hip-hop mogul, penned an open letter with his criticism of my points and suggestions of his own. The next week, I wrote him back and sent an invitation to join me on this show. Well, he accepted, and this week we sat down to talk about race, hip-hop, and empowering our youth to be better. Here's our conversation. So we're here. Thank you for coming.
I'm happy to be here.
If I have my opinion about something, you have your opinion about something, we don't have to fight over it, right?
That's for sure.
And we can have a conversation. We can also disagree without being disagreeable, or we can just disagree, and it's fine.
Yes.
Doesn't mean that I don't like you or you don't like me, or we just disagree.
I'm a person who loves diversity. I love all kinds of thought process. I love all kinds of people. But when if a black person who is revered in the community says something that is conservative, and I think is part of a mindset that is hurtful to the community, and that helping them is not helpful. But people will say, the problem with the black community is the kids got their ass crack showing. No, the problem with the black community is that they need education opportunities, they need job opportunities. These realities are the ones that we need to bring up when we're talking about uplifting our children.
Yes, that's true.
First.
But there's the,
on your
the
list of
problem,
5, that's first.
When you want to improve something, where's the first place you look?
Here. I look inside. And when I want to improve, and here's what I learned, that when, and I say this, let me just say, let me close
this is
with
too good. This is too good.
Let me close.
So why didn't you write a letter that said, I understand what Don Lemon was saying. We need to take personal responsibility
have said that
first,
then say,
here are the points where I disagree with you.
You have to say things in a way that they go in instead of bounce off. Of course, personal responsibility. I wouldn't include the cultural expression so much. Here's what I learned. I'm a vegan. I meditate twice a day. I have these but years ago, I took every single drug. I learned that morning meditation is greater than late night drinking. I learned this.
You had to do that yourself.
That's right. And the only way to move people to give them another chance, give them the education, give them the opportunity, give them things that are cleaner, that are more inspired. And that is every day my job. And even if a rapper comes to me and he says things that you object to or that we both, I don't know if I get uncomfortable, but if something you don't like, my job is to give them a little more clean, a little bit more of an inspired idea.
Do you think that we are in a crisis?
We are in a crisis. The first thing
So then what do we do then?
Well, a few things.
So what do we do? The answer to that question and a whole lot more just ahead. So Russell Simmons admits there is a crisis among our young people, especially African American youth. How do we fix it? What do we do? Here's our conversation. Do you think that we are in a crisis?
We are in a crisis. The first thing
So then what do we do then?
Well, a few things. The greatest cause of the destruction of the fabric of the black community has been the prison industrial complex. The greatest cause. When I was a kid, my friends all went to jail for using drugs. This is 40 years now. They've been locking diseased people up, educating them in criminal behavior, and dumping them back into communities without hope or chance for employment. So people become part of this cycle of the prison system. And those people have brought, is why, if you say this prison culture, because all of these innocent but diseased people have been educated in violent criminal behavior and sent back to the community. There are many other things, you know, the lack of education opportunity, we need equal high quality education. For me, this is the kind of subject that we have to bring up and talk about. If we go to a school and there's no books and the teachers aren't teaching and the students are in the kind of situation, they don't ever have a gym class. They don't have an art class. Without art, there's no way to, you have to exercise the creative muscles. That's why I run an art foundation. That's why we raise millions of dollars for the arts. I think those are the kinds of things that we can do to change the condition that creates a poetry that makes you uncomfortable.
And there's not, I didn't say it makes me uncomfortable.
Well, it does.
It doesn't. No, it does not.
Not only you, but you know, some people in America are very uncomfortable about the reality expressed from the mouths of the rappers.
And don't mistake my passion for not that I don't like hip hop. That's not true. I think it's an art. I think people like Jay-Z and Kanye West are great artists. My thing is that kids are dying every single minute. And it's because, as you said, we have the responsibility, or people are being educated in prison culture. I think that helps perpetuate that education in prison culture. And I don't understand why you can't see that.
I do see that an expression of a reality, you know, maybe reaffirms it to some degree, but it is certainly important that artists tell our truth.
Do you think that hip-hop can be better? Rap and hip-hop can be better?
I think each individual artist has a responsibility to say what's on their hearts. And some of it is not pretty. So I think they're reflections of our reality, in some cases sad reality.
That's great, but do those artists understand the influence that they're having on the young people or the people who are listening to their songs?
I think most artists understand. And I don't believe that there's anything we can do to stop a poet from expressing the truth. The only thing we can do is change that truth, if it's uncomfortable to us.
Do you think, just the question, do you think rap and hip-hop can be better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But I don't.
How so?
Each individual can be better, but as an overall culture, it has to express our sad reality. It's the way young people want to express themselves by bucking the system is something that I support. And some of the things they say that may make the adults uncomfortable, in most cases, I support it. Of course, there are lines. I'm not suggesting to you that there's no line. We hope that their expression can be one that uplifts people. But we also want them to be truthful to their art and say what's on their hearts. And if what's on their hearts sometimes is difficult to digest, then we have to look at that and see if that's a roadmap or something we can fix.
Is there a way of doing that without calling someone a bitch or a whore?
I think that some of those lyrics are very harsh, and some of the things they say are very sexist. Some of the things they say are very difficult to digest.
And ignorant.
And ignorant. I still can't tell a poet. You know, I cannot tell a poet. And those are not my lyrics or my songs, but I can't tell a poet what to say. And I will not.
Listen, as I said, I listen to hip-hop. There are certain things that I like. Don't think that I think all hip-hop is bad or that I'm against hip-hop. I just want people, especially
You want people to be better.
I want young black men, especially the people who are being killed. I want them to be better. I want the industry to be better. That's it.
We want
just people want me to be better as a journalist. Same thing for those guys.
Yeah.
What do we do from here?
We should have this discussion. We should start a process. But it's just discussion. Each individual has to go out and give what they can.
Right.
And what you've been doing, what you have been doing is giving what you can, and your intentions are good. And I respect you for it.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm holding you to that.
And there you have it.
Talk more.
That's Don Lemon and Russell Simmons. Time check. The time is approximately 8:58 p.m. That time check is brought to you by Semper Alexander Computer Consultants, where they implement cost-effective solutions to fulfill your business need. Semper Alexander for all your computer needs. You can call